G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for an audio test video. You'll probably never see this, but just in case I do put it up, this is going to be basically an audio test, and I'm just going to play some Grim Dawn while I do it. Now, I'm playing my Ghol's Pet Ritualist. We'll leave a Grim Tools link in the comments below if I put this up. But, yeah, we're just going to run around Ultimate in the campaign, kill off a few bosses, and you know what? Let's start with the Ethereal Vanguard. Let's see if we can't just kill a whole bunch of Nemesis bosses. Though to do that, I'm going to have to get them to spawn, obviously, so let's go ahead and kill a bunch of Ethereals. So like I said, this is an audio test more than anything else, so I'm going to be checking out the audio levels, comparing, you know, my voice to game sounds, and also I'm trying some new settings on the... don't need to kill that, I'm not playing the campaign. Trying some new settings on the expander and the limiter as well. So hopefully this sounds alright. I think if it does sound alright, I'll chuck it up. And then if you have any comments about the audio settings, go ahead and tell me. I'm not an audio guy, I'm a play the game guy. So once this is all set up, hopefully I won't have to mess with it too much. But if anyone does have any insight into that sort of thing, please go ahead and let me know. Obviously, we go and see a doctor when we're sick because we're not doctors, and maybe I need to see a sound engineer when my sound isn't working or something like that. But yeah, if you have any comments, let me know. And otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of run around and kill a bunch of stuff. Playing with a pet build, mostly because it's very difficult to die. I've got almost 30,000 hit points, and a bunch of pets that just kill things, one, very quickly, and also without too much input from me, so I can concentrate on blabbing, concentrate on talking, and monitoring the noise levels. So I am actually seeing my voice go into the red a decent amount here, so I might end up playing with the audio levels while I'm doing this. We will see, but we will see after I've recorded a little bit of gameplay. So as you can see, taking very little actual damage. Do we have any... I'm keeping an eye on these things. There he is. Okay, Nemesis time. Here he comes. Let's just go ahead and... I was gonna say dodge the meteor, but I think I... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I think I already missed it, but apparently he sunders with a different attack now. Alright, so Aether Fire... Alexander's Leg Guards of the Aether. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. I don't think I would ever use those, actually. Usually when I'm using MI legs, I'm going to be looking for stats or health or maybe offensive ability or defensive ability if I'm really short on those. This one does have a small amount of OA and some health, but not very much of either. Alright, so... that's the Vanguard done. Let's go check out the Ethereals. So back to Act 1, we'll go fight Krieg. Just kind of see how we go here. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get the crystals because, well, obviously you can never have enough crystals. Okay, killing a few heroes as well. This character actually has Nemesis with, I think, most of the enemy factions. I think, is it Crunley's guys? Yeah, Crunley's should be the only one. Oh, and Kaiman's Chosen's. Okay, so there's two Nemesis that I will not be able to fight. I guess 4 if you're counting the factions that I'm friendly with. The Death's Vigil and Barahome. But at least for now, we've got a few things to chase and kind of try to spawn. Usually, when I'm doing this, Valderam will spawn sort of on the way to Krieg, rather than when I'm doing the crystals. But we will see. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll spawn a little bit early this time, although probably not. Alright, I think that's the last crystal, so let's just jump back here. And we'll go say hi to Krieg, or at least we'll go pretend like we're gonna go say hi to Krieg, but also, yeah, we're not gonna make it to Krieg. I fully expect Valderam to spawn about halfway there. Let's see how we go. where is the door today? I'm also going to be speaking a little bit quieter here and there. I'm deliberately trying to get my voice to be quiet enough to cut out the audio. So far at least I haven't noticed it doing it, at least on the fancy colored bars. The fancy colored bars that you guys can't see, but I can see them, and it's going into the red a decent amount, so hopefully at least we're not going to have the issues with cutting out the start of words. That's also a big part of why you'll hear me just stop in the middle of a sentence sometimes. I'm just checking for that that gate to come on and off. Again, I don't really understand this stuff, I'm just playing with it until it works. I've watched a few videos on what it all means, and it's still double Dutch to me. I am surprised Valderan hasn't spawned yet. Maybe I'm killing Krieg after all. See if he pops up in this room. There's usually a decent amount of stuff to kill in here, so maybe he'll pop up here. Or maybe I'll just have to go and kill a few extra ethereals. Oh, there he is. That is quite loud. I'll be interested to see how it is in the recording. Alright, I think after this, I will keep going for a little bit, maybe get 1 or 2 more Nemesis. We can probably kill Kuba if nothing else. Valderan is dead. Dropped Ordered of the Flesh Hulk, which, yeah, no. Oh, I think I didn't pop the other chest. I'll have to go back for that. Skybreach Bulwark. Void Mantis Cord. No, none of that. Since I'm here, I'm going to kill Krieg as well. Not really looking for any particular kinds of loot, so I'll probably leave most of it on the floor. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, here we go. Let's see your true power then. Power to die in 2 seconds. Okay, Overlords of Protection. Not horrible. Not particularly amazing, but not horrible. 16% Fizz Res is decent. And then Warped of Binding on the weapon. Again, not horrible, but not particularly amazing. I did find... where is it? This weapon, I think it was. Yeah. So this is a +1 Necro one-handed mace, which also adds flat Aether damage, percent Aether damage, and 100% Fizz to Aether conversion to pets. And then it also gives you a skill that you can... I think it's a skill you can cast. Let's just chuck it on here. Kill off all my pets, and then... let's have a look here. Where is it? Is there not a skill? I was expecting a skill. Alright, well apparently there's no skill. Cryptstalker. It's just an aura, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So it gives you an aura as well. The aura shredding Aether resistance there too. So pretty good if you were going to make an Aether Pets build, which you definitely can do. You can get the Aether Reach gloves, which will convert, I think it's Vitality to Aether. But there's definitely some Aether conversion available on the Aether Reach gloves here. So we could do an Aether Pets Ritualist fairly easily. Okay, let's head back and pop that Nemesis chest, because I'm curious what was in it. I know I'm not going to pick it up, but I'm curious what was in it. So we've got a little bit of a run to go on here, and I need my second Blight Fiend out. Smelly Potato needs his other Smelly Potato friend. One thing I don't really enjoy about this character is I went with the Poison Teleport for the movement rune, and I don't love it. Let's just put it that way. Alright, there's Alexander's blue corpse item over there. So, yep, I didn't pop the chest. I didn't think so. Okay, what do we get? We have got Cataclysm's Pact and the Venom Spine Greaves. I'll just mouse over these so anyone who's interested can have a look at them. But yeah, neither of these are particularly amazing for this build. Cataclysm's Pact, though, a 3 set with +2 to all skills. Eye, Catalyst, and Pact. This is... well, this is a belt. So I'm guessing the Eye or the Catalyst is going to be Metal and Amulet. Just based on +2 skills for 3 items, which is incredibly good. Maybe the eye might actually be like an eye patch or a helmet or something. Okay, so my next nemesis that I'm going to target is, alright, Moosie. Let's go play with Moosie. So, best way to find him I've found is, where is it? Twin Falls. Now we can just go into the Arkovian Undercity and we can kill a whole bunch of undead there. We can also poke our head over here, and there's a whole bunch of undead here. But sort of the best way to do this is definitely going into the Arkovian Undercity. There's also the totem in this area. That's an undead totem, so we can go and bash that totem. That'll get us a whole bunch of undead heroes, and it does kind of seem like it's to do with the amount of reputation or negative reputation you get is how you spawn them. Because you can kill hordes of basic skeletons and it'll never spawn. It's just when you start killing the heroes that it seems like it spawns. That's what I was noticing when I was fighting the Reaper with the Reaper. Alright, here we go. Boom goes the dynamite. Okay, Valdun's jacket. And a couple of blues. Nothing too amazing. Let's just mouse over Valdun's jacket here just so people can see it. Yeah, not really anything I'm too interested in. And we're going to spawn all this stuff, and then hopefully I can get him to spawn out here, but I kind of expect not. I've tried to farm him like twice since the changes to how Nemesis spawn, and both times I've ended up having to be actually in the Undercity before he would spawn. Not that he can't spawn other places, it's just there's not enough out here to get him to spawn. You have to go downstairs. At least that's kind of what I've noticed. Okay, so downstairs. I will say, new monitor and all that, with the OLED in the dark areas, this game looks amazing. Okay, Moosie's here. Let's go get a Moosie. You know what? Probably should have saved Mark of Torment for his second form, but I didn't, so here we are. I'm just going to just back off a little bit. Alright, down he goes. Go ahead and pop this. Orb of the Black Flame. Definitely good for a sorcerer, I think I was playing. I'm going to keep this one and just check it against the one I already have. Right, so Arkovian Undead done. Beasts. Well, I know where I go for Kuba. Kuba likes to play in the Gloomwald, and I like to fight him in the Gloomwald. Nothing really to sell at this point. All this stuff over here, I'm not sure why I keep this. I mean, the Ravager's hat, obviously. But the rest of that, yeah, I'm not sure. Krieg's shoulders? Why do I have Krieg's shoulders? Things we will never know. Alright, these are actually plants. They're not beasts. Okay. Having said that, it might actually be better to spawn Kuba by going and fighting Mogara and Ungoliant or Ungoliax. I forget which one's in the Lord of the Rings and which one's in the cave out here. But it might actually be better to go over there and kill some of them instead. I think I'll just keep running through this section, just because I like this area. And because there is actually really good loot, like Ugden Blooms, very important for crafting components for level 100s. You'll probably need 100 or 2 of those to make one character worth of components. Okay, nothing too amazing up there. I come out here, there's usually heroes here. Parkler can spawn there. The Wendigos for the Wendigo Heart quest can also spawn there. So I do tend to check there just for those. We'll go under the ground here. We can play with Avarice. Got the totem here. This is an undead totem as well, so this would have been nice for setting up for Moosie, but I've already killed Moosie, so I don't really care about that. I have had Kuba spawn in this section a couple times as well, so can happen. Yes, yes, you're gonna devour my heart. I've heard it all before, lady. Alright, what do we get for loot here? Probably not much. We've got a double rare. Rime Frost of the Venom Claw, and it's not an MI, so that is rubbish and can stay on the floor. No purples. We got the Frozen Core, Shadowstalker's Belt, Blightstone Invoker, which is one-handed scepter for pets, which is actually not horrible. Compared to the triple rare I've got, it's not great. Chillmane Mantle, and then the Flames Virtue, again, a one-handed sword. All of that's going to stay on the floor. Let's see if Avarice is here. Not today. Okay, we're done here, we can leave. I don't think these guys, yeah, they're all humans, they don't count. I will, however, get the treasure trove, because, well, obviously. Alright. Let's poke our head out here. Again, more heroes down here. We've got, at least in theory... Am I on ultimate? I am, okay. I was expecting between 1 and 4 heroes here, plus potentially Pakwa, plus potentially Uvaloth, or whatever the one that spawns in this area's name is, for the Wendigo Heart quest. Apparently I just get nothing, so that's fun. 31 dynamite's probably enough for now. Oh, we got a blood out of that, that's very, very nice. Okay, we got some beasts out here. It's good. And looks like my totem... Here we go. It's Handaroth. Okay. So Handaroth is the... There he is. Kubacabra, the Endless Menace. Alright, let's kill off these guys up here and then we'll come back for him. I definitely don't want to be fighting all of this and also Kuba. Although, to be fair, this build can probably do all of them. Alright, here we go. Plant's all dead. Lovely. And Kuba's gonna die relatively quickly. Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the Kubacabra. Let's go ahead and pop that. What do we got? Stormbearers, okay. And the Arcanum Electrolyst. So we've got a lightning pistol here. +1 shaman skills. Lightning and Aether proc on that is actually pretty good. 10% chance to shred lightning and Aether resistance on targets when you attack. That's quite good. And the Stormbearers, obviously a lightning pair of boots. Alright, who else we got? The Chthonians. Now they've got 2 Nemesis actually, so I'm going to go to Lone Watch for the first one. And we are going to just go down there into the Chthonic Plain, Morndale or something, I forget exactly what the place is called. You know me, I'm horrible with names. I'll never forget a face, but I'll never remember the name that goes with it. But yes, once we get to Morndale, there'll be a whole bunch of Chthonians in there. I'm kind of not expecting Benjar. Benjar, I think, is the base version, and then Gravathul should be the one that spawns out here. I'm not sure exactly how that works with the 2 Chthonian Nemesis, whether it's the ones that were added in the expansion areas, or whether one of them is for the cultists and the other one is for the actual Chthonians themselves. I don't know how that works. I just know that if you kill enough things, they'll show up. So we'll kill off a whole bunch of these. Okay, so Morndale is the area that's left. Obviously, we need more crystals. And go here, just check for the treasure trove. There it is, beautiful. Seems like it's here most of the time lately. Alright. Dager's Mantle, that can stay on the floor. And did I get a rare crafting component there? I didn't notice one. Wasn't really looking for it, but definitely didn't notice it. Alright, I see the totem here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Here we go. Okay, there's a triple rare, or sorry, a double rare there. Rampage of Amorasta's Flurry. Not unusable, but not particularly good either. We've got the Festa Blaze Vestments, Skin Flare Raiment, and the Bloodhound Greaves. Again, not picking most of this stuff up. We've got the dong that points to the red circle, or the tap if you want. Whatever you want to call that particular shape. This little Y shape here on the map. At the end of this is the first potential rift. So we'll go ahead and check for the second one, which is going to be up here, slightly to the west, but mostly to the north. Here it is, and no portal on this one either. Okay, that was different. Okay, Tyrants of Ruin is pretty good. Wrath of Tenebris here, that's obviously going to stay on the floor. But that weapon would be pretty good. Okay, who was yelling at me there? Deal with this intrusion. I don't know. I don't know where that voice came from. Anyway, if they show up, we'll kill them and take their loot. The third place you can find the gate is over here, and we'll head south because this is the camp for Dela. So from Dela you head pretty much south. It's more or less going to be here-ish, but there it is. Just killing the Chthonians in the overworld because I need to kill tons of them to get it to spawn. Okay, so Dravis is going to be here, or Dravis's thralls, Bandragos, whatever his name is. Who are you? Yeah, Bandragos. So we'll go ahead and kill him. And again, not particularly challenging. There's Gabalthun at the same time, why not? And say hello to Benjar, okay. Well, we can not stand in that. Alright, fine. Come on, boys, get him. There we go. Okay, we have a triple rare. So we have the Glacial, Cold Stuff, Benjar's Shoulder Guards, Benjar's MI, and of Oleron's Wrath. Now, this is a triple rare, but it is also not particularly good. So we have a cold prefix and a physical suffix on a... I mean, I guess Benjar's shoulder pads don't really have a damage typing. So, I mean, it's okay, but it's not particularly amazing. Anyway, no, I don't actually want those. So we got the Clairvoyant Wand here, and we also got the Vestments of Agravix. There we go. Alright, I've got to find the exit, which I don't love. But also, as long as we're here, we may as well kill these guys. Maybe we can get Gabalthun, or... what is that other guy's name? Maybe we can get the other Nemesis to spawn anyway. Gabalthun, I think, was the guy I just killed before Benjar spawned. Anyway, we can keep killing these guys, and we'll go play in the Blood Grove for a bit. Ah, beautiful, there's the exit. I did miss out on the treasure trove in there, and I kind of don't care. Alright, so we'll go, I think, from the Blood Grove. I probably should go to Sorrow's Bastion, actually. Let's just see if the totem's here. It's not. Okay. I'll head back to Sorrow's Bastion, just see if the totem is there. It is. Okay. I'm gonna go do that. Then we'll head up through Darkveil, and if I have to, we can go into Darkveil Gate. I'm hoping not to have to, but, you know, could happen. Here we go. It's Totem O'Clock, and this is only a small one, so I'm not expecting any trouble from this. So we've got the Mythical Omen there, Flames of Wrath, nice little amulet, and Assassin's Calling. None of this, again, particularly amazing, although +1 to both Nightblade and Oathkeeper on a single item is potentially good. Alright, Bloodgrove, let's go. So in the Bloodgrove there is another totem. I probably should go and kill some more of Kaiman's idiots as well. Get some more rep. Or negative rep. Notoriety, perhaps. With them. I'm also not going to. I'm just letting you know that I should... Letting you know that I know that I should go do it, but also not going to. Alright, we'll kill off these cultists. We'll do the totem. And hopefully we can get another Nemesis to spawn. Alright, Poisoned of Onslaught, not so great there. Blighted Rylock Mark, again, not so great. Consumption of Agrivix, another Agrivix item. This one not part of the set though. Apothecary's Touch, Blade Dancer's Handguards, Solemn Mark, and Corpse Desecrator. So there we go. Bunch of items that I'm not going to pick up. And it looks like we're going to have to go into the village of Darkveil. I guess we'll come up here. There is a treasure trove in here. There's not going to be a totem because I've already cleared it. But that's fine, there's plenty of stuff to kill. Lots of cultists, although I'm kind of only expecting maybe 1 or 2 hero cultists. We will see. For anyone who's wondering why it is I'm using Devouring Swarm on a poison build, it's part of the Ghol set, I think. The 4-set bonus, is it? Yeah, the very last line there on the 4-set bonus, minus 20% poison and acid resistance to Devouring Swarm. So, that's why I'm using a Vitality Shredding damage over time spell on my Poison Pet spell. Or on my Poison Pet's build. It's because it does actually work. Oh, here we go. Nathalion the Houndcall. Well, he's dead. I didn't even get to pronounce his name and he was gone. Lovely. Totem would be here if I hadn't already found it. Treasure Trove could be here if I hadn't... I don't know where I'm going with that. It's not there. Hey, here's my Nemesis. Gravathul. Alright, so he will come running out here. And my pets will go and eat him. And I'm just probably going to potion through this if I need to. Didn't need to. Okay, Formidable of Scorching on his legs. Formidable used to be a whole lot better. Of Scorching obviously is basically garbage on this. The Celestial Lotus though is quite good. Let's see what else we got here. The Nosferatus and the Open Hand of Mercy. This ring is actually pretty good. If you're doing any kind of melee build, you could consider using these. The reduced target's resistances might free up a devotion, perhaps. And the heal on that is pretty good as well. When you kill something, you get the proc there. Once every 10 seconds, restore a bunch of health and give you a... Or sorry, once every 3.5 seconds, so this buff is up permanently, but you can get the heal every 3.5 seconds, and you'll keep that 8% OA and DA pretty much always. Alright, who else we got? Cronley's Gang's not unlocked. The Eldritch Horrors. Okay, this is going to be the last one for the video, and I think I'm just going to go for a run through the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun here. All my pets are still alive and full health, which is what I love to see. And I'm just going to more or less make the same run down to Father Kaiman that I've been doing on the Archon recently. Okay, Purging Gaze. For those who are interested. Yep, Korvac is not going to save you. But I guess that's the point of your god. If you pray to him when you die, maybe he will. I don't know. Firestorm Scepter. Then we've got the Cindervane Mantle. Nothing too impressive there in the gear department. Alright. Usually there's another hero. Yep, there he is. This place just seems like it's flooded with heroes, which I'm okay with because I want to kill them to spawn the Kaisan, the Nemesis. Triple rare there, lovely. Thunderstruck of Scorched Runes, and it is on a an elemental weapon as well, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna leave it on the floor though. Also, does anyone else see this smiley face here? Is that just me? So eyeball, smiley face, big jaw. It's like, I don't know, one of the Warhammer orcs with a smile. I really should pick this up, but I'm not going to use it. I know it's got bonuses to Wind Devil. This could be really good for that Archon, but I don't really trade gear between my alts, so I'm going to leave it on the floor. Still no Nemesis, so we push on. Here's another hero. Okay, decent chance we're going to see him pretty soon. He usually spawns for me, at least when I've been trying to find him. He'll be at the end of the first floor or sort of at the start of the second. I think we're good to move on now. So I should see him pretty quickly on this floor. Enchanted of Alacrity. Okay, not bad. Not quite as good as the triple rare, but although Alacrity is very, very good. It's basically a top tier suffix on any kind of melee weapon. Alright, my pets are dying. That's new. They don't normally die in... well, they don't normally die outside of sort of Shattered Realm 80 kind of areas. Very unusual. Maybe I need to push more buttons. Though to be fair, I don't have any of the devotions that make them tankier. They are pure damage. I suppose I should probably show the build a little bit. Let's kill off Kai'San and I'll go through what I'm using. It's pretty much what you would expect though. This build hasn't been updated since like a day or two after 1.2 dropped. So it's not optimized at all. It just kind of still works, so I haven't really messed with it. Here's our treasure trove, which you'll love to see. Literally the only reason to come out here. There we go. Did I get any res? Not sure. I haven't seen Sigarius yet though, I don't think. Mage Storm of the Sage, another triple rare. You're getting a lot of these actually. We're gonna leave that one on the floor as well. Alright, we got Darth Plagueis there. Mythical Crimson Spike. I was considering using this on the Blood Knight build, but I ended up using the... is it Ravager's Bite, I think? Infernal Brimstone here, two-handed mace. That can also stay on the floor. Looks like I may have to kill Father Kai'Man. Never mind. He's a little bit late, but here is Kai'San finally showing up. Right, let's go kill him. We can refresh the pets just before we run in there. I'm just gonna stand there with Micro Torment on him. If he sunders me, he'll get sundered and die even faster. Turns out he didn't even get to sunder me. Alright, Gauntlets of Ignifar. And then the Wormscale Foot Guards. These ones I believe I'm using on my ATV skater, but honestly I don't play him very often, and you know what, I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up, we can go check. Okay, that's going to be the end of the combat or gameplay part here. I guess I'll go over the build real quick. This will be linked in the comments below as well for anyone who's interested. Assuming I put this up, assuming the audio is not completely balked like it was in the last episode. But yeah, this is the Shaman side. So 1 point in Devouring Swarm. This is literally just there for the set bonus to give me poison and acid resistance shredding. Mogdrogan's Pact line is soft capped, 12 of 12, 10 of 10, 10 of 10. This is just a good defensive line. This also applies to the pets. You can see it over here on the pet buff bars. So giving them more flat physical, which is converted to poison, giving them some regen, which is nice, bunch of extra health, and then this one's got resistances, armor, defensive ability, all that good stuff. The Briarthorn is hard-capped. The Ground Slam is hard-capped. Unfortunately, Emboldening Presence is not hard-capped. I would love to be able to get that up to 22. There are items that would let me do it. Unfortunately, I would lose other things, and I don't think it's worth it. Emboldening Presence here gives all of the pets 10% physical resistance, bunch of OA, and some bleeding res, so these two here are, well, one is a really good pet, but the rest of this is just auras for the smelly potatoes and the radioactive dinosaur and such. Pretty good stuff. The Primal Bond, just good for pets in general. This is more crit damage, which you love to see. Also, the 18% damage absorption makes the player more tanky. This does not apply to the pets. And 21% less damage from beasts is also quite good for player tankiness. Beasts are everywhere. 21 out of 12 for the Conjure Primal Spirit. Ideally, this book here would be a an offhand from one of the Wraiths. I'm blanking on the name at the moment. But this is a Briarthorn book, and the offhand that I'm thinking of is... actually, you know what? Let's go see if we can't get it to drop. I know I said that was going to be the end. But hopefully I can get one to drop and I can remember what the dang thing's called. And I also feel like I'm missing pets up here as well. Oh, you know what? It's that, isn't it? Yeah. As far as the Necromancer side of it goes, we got 1 point, 1 point. This one here is for the extra range. This one is because you need to have the skill. And then 21, 12 and Soul Harvest. This adds a bunch of vitality damage and percent damage to the pets. So this is just basically pet damage buff. 11 of 10 Ill Omen. I think I just had an extra point and put it here. 10 out of 10 would be fine as well. And then 100% maxed out the Smelly Potato line. 26 out of 16 gives me the strongest Blight Fiend available. 22 out of 12 maxes out his Rotting Fumes here. This gives fumble, impaired aim, bunch of damage, generates additional threat. No longer taunts. Maybe it was always on Blight Burst. This one does say it taunts. But yeah, this is also hard capped. 10 out of 10 on Mark of Torment for the damage absorption there. And then 12 out of 10 on Call of the Grave for more damage. And then obviously Spectral Binding because, well, health. Honestly, it's just for that health buff. We're sitting just shy of 30,000 health. So it's quite difficult to die. Not impossible, but difficult. There we go. It is 6 pets. Okay. 2 from the amulet, 1 from the 4-set bonus, I think. Yeah, the Eldritch Talon there. 2 from the Blight Shard amulet here, so summon Blighted Rift Scourge. Summons 2 summon limit, I don't know. Anyway, these Wraiths, I think it's the Spiteful ones. The yellow ones drop them more often, although they don't drop very often regardless. Yeah, looks like it's not going to drop. Maybe a couple more Wraiths here. But yeah, very unlikely to drop. Anyway, don't have the right offhand. Do the totem since I'm here. Okay, nothing too major there. Alright, and then for the devotions, this is a very offensive devotion map. You'll notice I do not have the Tree of Life. I do not have Ishtak the Spring Maiden. Instead, we've got Maul here. This is basically just for the Blight Fiends to steal a bit of health back when they hit things. We've got the Eel for stats. Shepherd's Crook, because honestly, if you're playing a pet build and you don't have this, you really need to have a good reason to not have it. That is a lot of extra damage. 250% all damage and 28% crit damage for your pets is definitely good. And then all the other pet bonuses all the way up there. Definitely something you want to have. 1 lonely point in Empty Throne there, because I think I had an extra point. Then we've got Toad and Typhus. Toad is pet lifesteal. Typhus is a whole bunch of resistances for the pets. Bleeding, poison, all that good stuff. And then we have the Raven for offensive ability, but probably mostly just there for the 5 green points. Bismeal's Bonds, this is my non-stacking resistance shredding devotion. So the Eldritch Hound, when it attacks things, it reduces their resistances by 25. This is the non-stacking version, so I don't have to have something like Manticore here, which would be slightly better in terms of 3% additional resistance shred. But this is a pet build, so I've gone for the pet theme. I've also got, obviously, Rumor here. This one's tied to the Briarthorn, so anything he hits gets their resistances shredded, and Rumor, of course, is a spreading damage over time ability, so that's going to spread pretty much the entire screen. Behemoth here I've got because we are a shaman, so we get some regeneration from Ogdrogan's Pact just in general, and getting the Giant's Blood for more regen and a heal. Decent little defensive devotion. Very strange for me to not have the Tortoise, but I just haven't really needed it on this character yet. I'll regret not having this when this character does eventually die, but so far we're not there. And then the Piece de Resistance, which I probably butchered the pronunciation for, is Mogdrogan the Wolf. This used to be considerably better than it is. It got quite a nerf in the latest patch. This used to have something like 46% total speed, something like that. It had heaps of total speed. Still quite good with the bonus to all pets there, having 15% OA and 30% total speed. But I'm pretty sure that used to have way more total speed. All of the nodes up to it also doing a bunch of extra damage. So that's the build. Like I said, just do a quick run through of the items. Ugol's Echo here for the physical to acid conversion for the pets. Got 2 of those going. Necrolord's Gaze for +1 to all skills and some Conjure Primal Spirit bonuses there. Also, obviously, all the pet stuff. Blightshard for the extra pets. You could use a skill amulet here. I think I was using Bismeal's Iris there for a while. This does give you a little bit of a heal and +1 to all skills. So you could use this instead of the Blightshard amulet. You would lose 2 poison type pets, but this is also okay. Then you've got the offhand here. Again, I wanted this to be one of the Wraith offhands. It gives bonuses to Conjure Primal Spirit. I just haven't had a good one drop yet, and I haven't played this character for a while, so I've kind of halfway stopped farming for one. These Bloodsworn Codex drop like candy in Darkveil Village and also in Darkveil Gate, so getting a triple rare one of these is actually considerably easier than you might think. These drop all over the place. The weapon, however, I farmed this one in the Tomb of the Heretic, the Skeleton Key dungeon, from the vendor. It took me about 6 or 7 hours, I would say, of resetting that vendor. But it's a pretty good weapon. Definitely don't recommend doing that. Just take the first Wraithbound Scorpius Pummeler of whatever, or actually probably better to go with the Of Binding for the extra skill levels. But that's where you can get one of these. We have Ghol's Raiment, we have Ghol's Shoulders, we have Ghol's Gloves. These give us the Eldritch Web Weavers, the little spiders you sometimes see following me around. You can have up to, I think, 3 or 4 of those? 3 of those. And then Ghol's Mark down here as well. This is a decent chunk of Vitality conversion. Well, it's 100%, so that's pretty good as well. If we were using skeletons, then this would also be converting half of their damage, half of their vitality damage to acid. So they would still be doing half of their vitality damage, the other half would be acid. They would be doing, all of their physical would be converted to poison, and then none of the fire from the mages. So they'd be mostly acid, but also some fire. I've got the Fiend Flesh Greaves here for that defensive proc, and also a pile of skill points. And then the Wild Shorn Leg Guards, because I haven't been and farmed a pair of Bismeal Sector Greaves yet, but +2 to Call of the Grave is pretty good, +3 to Emboldening Presence is also quite good. The bonus to all pets there is actually not very good. Most of that stuff is retaliation. but 100% all damage is not horrible. And then for the relic, we have Mogdrogan's Ardor, +1 to all skills, pretty good. And Spirit Seeker Cord here. Picked this mostly for the pet resistances. +1 to necro skills doesn't hurt, but it's mostly for those pet resistances. And that's a build. And that's going to be the end of the episode. So thank you all very much for watching. If you watch this, if I put it up, if the audio is okay. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.